visitors dizzy. The Spartans headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sun Devils offense comes onto the field first today. And there's Reed Harris. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield. He does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
From the gun on third down, Lagway. He's got it. Still running at the 40. Smashes ahead. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. You can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They've got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride Davis here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Lagway to pass. Rushes on. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Slips just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
So Michigan State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays, time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him. And if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access. Because there's no doubt, this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Lewis from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. out wide left. It's Wilson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Left side is Owens. Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
It's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Spartans have pushed it inside the 20. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for...
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Sparty. A great catch and run for 6. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Play fake, Lewis. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Lewis wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Michigan State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
2nd and long here. Pulls it on the option. Out Down to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They go play action with Lagway. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Throwing, Lagway. Got him downfield. Quick spin on the run. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Play fake Lagway. Under pressure. Gets away. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him out of bounds, but a choke play to wrap up the 1st quarter in this offense. Carry momentum into the 2nd. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They send the tight end in motion. Running the red zone. It's Davis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll run him again. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. That's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders. Touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads. They move the chains. Le'Veon Bell, among many, who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pulled back a couple of years ago. Such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embraced. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face, and they're going to play physical.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Out wide left, it's Wilson. On a sweet spin, and he's free. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Out wide right, it's Owens. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebacker's coverage ability and those DBs tackling ability.
And really good coverage by the defender. You could tell started to get towards his wide receiver, towards the sideline, saw the ball, made a nice catch, but he didn't get a toe down. Just a little bit out of bounds, so close to being an interception.
This one's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Using his legs, it's Owens. He's there to make the stop.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third down from the gun, Lewis. Left side, it's Davis.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down.
He's got it. First down and more. Touchdown, Smart. And they add 6 more in the more of that chip to the house.
One thing this team has shown really
Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. Flagway on the play action. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
At the 40, there he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. First down for this offense. Sells the run, looking to pass. He's going for the big play. And that one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Flagway wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Sun Devils have this offense rolling. They go play action with Flagway. Makes the grab. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Long way to go on second down. Looking for a man. It's Flagway. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Sun Devils will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Flagway to throw for it on fourth. And down he goes. A sack on fourth down, and the defense gets the football back.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down. You know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They'll send the back in motion. Here's Lewis to throw.
We love to see this on offense.
caught, and he's got room. The 30. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their 1st of 3. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before that, and he breaks the play. Touchdown, Sparty. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You just can't have that happen for a return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in their own end. It simply can't happen.
Lewis fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan. Makes a grab right along the back of the end zone. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Sun Devils sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Napier. Out wide left, it's Davis.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Here's Lagway to pass. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Again, it's Lagway. Finds his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Got it down the field. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Looking for a man, it's Lagway. Intercepted, a 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got the 1st down. Across the 25, he's got room. Well, so much for running out the clock. You get a huge play like that, and you're set up maybe to put points on the board before the break. The Spartans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Throwing, Lewis. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
The Spartans head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he is thrilled with the play of his quarterback. No turnovers right now. They have been clean and efficient on offense. They've got a lead. Let's see if they can continue that here in the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on the Vibe down here on the sidelines coming back. Back to you.
All right, Holly. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got the first down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Here's Lewis to throw. Left side is Dixon. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Play action with Lewis. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. On play action. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks and first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, they'll make those contested catches.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Push is ahead. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical, and to stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
Just got rid of that one.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lewis. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Just drives it between the... Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Play fake Lagway. Finds his big tight end. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Lagway. Here comes the heat. Looking deep. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Looking for a crease. Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Look out! Takes a hit as he fires. Lucky to get it off.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Caught. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that 1st down.
I love when my wide receiver sees the coverage, sits it down, understands its zone, runs the curl, catches the ball, and then gets upfield and gets some positive yards.
Throwing, Lewis. Right side, it's Dixon. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Lewis on the play action. Taking a shot. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Lewis to throw. Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Denver.
And we'll get a whistle to stop the clock as they check on the injured Sun Devil. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Just a little off. Incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. That thing would have hit a spring in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football.
He's going to fire deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This defense has kept him backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Gets away. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He stopped at 3 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here, because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back on the stop.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. The screen, he's got wheels. Picks up enough to get the 1st and 10 from the 11.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The receiver on the jet sweep. What a great job of containment, and they stop him in his tracks right at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give is to Williams. Nowhere to go.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And this one is perfect. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quick give. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, looking for a man. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. That second down completion was anything but helpful. Threw it in reverse, and now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Spits it out to the back. Complete, and looking for enough for the first down. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's past the marker. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with the lone back. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. Not a lot of room to make this catch.